The anointing of Jesus' feet. When one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to have dinner with him, he went to the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. A woman in that town who lived a sinful life learned that Jesus was eating at the Pharisee's house, so she came there with an alabaster jar of perfume. As she stood behind him at his feet, weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears. Then she wiped them with her hair, kissed them, and poured perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, "If this man were a prophet, he would know who is touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she is a sinner." Jesus answered him, "Simon, I have something to tell you." "Tell me, teacher," he said. Two people owed money to a certain moneylender. One owed him 500 denarii, and the other 50. Neither of them had the money to pay him back, so he forgave the debts of both. Now which of them will love him more? Simon replied, "I suppose the one who had the bigger debt forgiven." "You have judged correctly," Jesus said. Then he turned toward the woman and said to Simon, "Do you see this woman? I came into your house. You did not give me any water for my feet, but she wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman, from the time I entered, has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put oil on my head, but she has poured perfume on my feet. Therefore, tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love has shown. But whoever has been forgiven little loves little." Jesus entered the Pharisee's home and reclined at table. Then unexpectedly a woman appears behind Jesus. Luke writes, "She was a sinful woman." The woman had heard that Jesus was in the city, and when she found out that he was at the home of the Pharisee, she immediately went to the house and entered. The woman had brought an alabaster flask of ointment. She stood behind Jesus at his feet, weeping. The woman began to bath Jesus' feet with her tears. She then wiped his feet with her hair and anointed them with ointment. Simon, Jesus' host, watched all of this. And as he was watching, he also was judging Jesus and judging the woman. Finally, Simon said to himself, "If this man truly is a prophet, surely he would recognize that the woman bathing his feet and touching him is a sinner." And most likely Simon's disapproval was written all over his face. The good news for us is that when we are the sinner, Jesus will love and forgive us, just as he lovingly forgave this woman.